gentlemen, are you ready for some comedy? They are ready. My name is Marco. I'll be your host tonight. As you can hear from my accent, I'm from Scotland. That's laughing. My English is not good enough. No? Alright, I'm Italian, of course. But I've been living in London for 7 years. 7 years. Give me a cheer if you're from England. Give me a cheer if you're from America. Alright. A cheer is this. Yeah! This is clap your hands, right? Give me a cheer if you're from any other country apart from Italy. Give me a cheer if you're from Italy. Yes, now I want to know, last month we did the same show. There were so many English and American people. Tonight, there is none. What did you do to them? Italians, did you kill all the Americans? I guess then the Italian government is doing a great job. I think this is the Salvini effect, right? There is no foreigners in the crowd anymore, just Italians. And that's a round of applause for Tiziano Labella, ladies and gentlemen. Tiziano Labella. Of course, we have to do this every time. Do you mind if I do with Tiziano for like 5 minutes, guys? For a little while, do you mind? Shall we do it? Are you up for it? Yeah? Are you? I'm not sure about it. Are you up for it? Yes or no? Yes, I'm up for it. Okay, yeah. Can I go? Are you sure? Be quick, yeah?
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Nice. So, I want to start tonight telling you right away that I am so sorry. Because I need to ask you a favor. So I was in New York City yesterday, recording my Netflix special at the Madison Square Garden. Stop please? Yeah? Doing something serious here. Anyway, then, like at the end of the show, we realized that there was a problem with the camera. So it didn't actually, record the first 30 seconds of the show. So, do you guys mind if we do it now? And then, I do the editing. There is a camera there, and I do the editing with the Madison Square Garden. Do you guys mind if we do it now? Is that okay? Thanks, guys. Thank you. But, I want to tell you this. I want it to be like exactly like it was yesterday. Okay? So, we're talking about the Madison Square Garden. Okay? So, it was thousands of people. Okay? And first of all, they said my name, which is... Thank you very much then. Marco. Who said Marco?
I say Marco.
You said Marco. And what is your name?
Marco.
Marco again? Alright, nice. Lots of fantasy tonight. What do you do for a living, Marco? Change names for fun?
Just attending here.
Just attending here. So you're unemployed?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's called a homeless. Okay, that's how a homeless looks like, but it's perfect. Marco, so the first thing that happened yesterday was the announcement. Man, what is your name?
Gaia.
What's that?
Gaia.
Gaia, nice. So Gaia, the first thing is going to be the announcement, and you're going to be the announcer, okay? So you're going to say, ladies and gentlemen, Tiziano Labella, and just like yesterday, you're going to go mental, okay? So we're talking about, cheering and clapping, you really go crazy. Even when I grab the mic, you keep going, okay? Because that's what happened yesterday. So, Gaia, you know your line. Let's just try this first 5 seconds, just to see if Gaia can do this. You can, right? Okay, perfect. So, follow her lead. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marco!
I don't like the way this is starting. What's happening?
Marco Tiziano. Marco Tiziano.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tiziano.
I don't like this. Alright, so Gaia, I trusted you, and you just cheated on me. You're killing me. What?
What's your name again?
What's your fucking name again? You want to do this like this? What do you do for a living? Gaia, what do you do for a living?
I'm office manager in a company.
Office manager in the company. Is the company fucking American? Why do you speak like that? Be nice.
What do you mean?
Be nice, Gaia. I'm trusting you for the last time. It's Tiziano La Bella, okay? Is this your boyfriend? He's pretty big. We're just joking, you know. It's just a joke. Alright. Please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, Tiziano La Bella.
Lovely. Perfect. Alright? Gaia, that's how it's supposed to be. Thank you very much. Okay? Thank you. Marco. Perfect, guys. So, as I told you, I wanted to be exactly like he was yesterday. So, what happened yesterday is that a guy, I don't know why, in New York City, right? I don't know why, but he stood up, like, proudly, and he was like, I don't know why, but he was like, I fucking love you, mate. This is what happens, okay? So don't blame it on me. Mate, what's your name? Andrea? Alright, what do you do for a living? What's that?
I don't know.
You don't know, that's the homeless department. I like it, okay. I don't know.
It was free of charge.
It was free of charge, yeah. Anyway, so you're gonna do this, like, exactly like it was yesterday. So, proud, mate. I fucking love you, mate. Try.
I fucking love you, mate.
Give her a round of applause, guys. That is lovely. Then another thing that happened yesterday was like that a girl, she just went mental. I didn't know her, but she was like this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What is your name, darling? You. What's that? Carmela. Oh. Hermana. This is too strange tonight, guys. I'm really struggling. But what do you do, dear, for a living? What do you do for a living? Is it job? What? You cook? Nice. Cook a meal for the homeless department if you can. Before you go, okay? That will be a nice thing for you, okay? So, what happened was this girl yesterday, she went crazy, she went like this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Can you do that? Today. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Nice. Hello, a round of applause for her, please, guys. The last thing that happened yesterday was like that. I don't know why, but another girl went crazy and she ran to the stage. She actually grabbed the stage and she was like, please, please, please. And the security guy had to pull her out. Okay? So, security guy, I think that's you. Mate, what is your name? You. Yeah. What's that? Malik. That's nice. Give a round of applause for this guy that's coming here. That is amazing. Okay. How are you, mate? Okay, so mate, that's a nice pair of pants. Yeah, so but don't sit down, otherwise he's gonna see your balls. Okay, be careful. Right? So, what do you do for a living, mate?
Teach.
You hesitated.
Because I'm a student.
Because you're a student. Why did you first say teach?
Because I also teach.
What do you teach?
English.
English. That is amazing. And so, you can teach how to say, oh my god, to the to the cook that's gonna save this guy's life. Okay? It's gonna be amazing. So mate, you are the security guy. So, I'm sorry, but you cannot laugh. Okay? Arms like this. Perfect. This fucking great guy. Anyway, the crazy girl, because she was crazy. Let's give a round of applause for this beautiful girl. So, the crazy girl, because she was crazy, is gonna be this beautiful lady. What's your name, man? What's that? Mary. Beautiful. What do you do for a living, Mary? You're an accountant, yeah? Again, you can use that. Be careful. So, man, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is that you're gonna run here. Stop standing up, please. You're gonna run here and you're gonna go, like, please, please, and this beautiful guy is going to, like, tell you, no, please, we can't do this because it's like... So, man, we are running out of time. And this has to happen now. So, everybody please, Mary, 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 Mary. Yeah. So, this is what's going to happen. You're going to run to here, you're going to go, please, please, and he's going to pull you out, okay? So, okay, just run and say, please, please, please. Very good. And he's going to say, no, I'm sorry, and you go. Okay? You ready for this? Yeah, but again, you're already drunk, aren't you? So it's just okay. From here, after you see the beautiful girl going like, oh my god, you run. Oh my god, you run. Okay? Guys, you just push her when it's her turn, okay? When it's her turn, you push her. Mate, I'm talking to you, okay? But I'll push her. What the fuck is this? It's gonna be okay, man. Just calm down, it's gonna be okay. You sit down and then you go, oh, crazy. I'm counting on you, okay? So, okay. So, do you guys all remember your lines? Gaia, you're in for it? You okay?
Yeah.
You okay? Perfect. Fucking love you, mate. Perfect. Oh my god. Perfect. Please, mate, you are the star. Okay? Guys, you are the most important part of this thing. Okay? So, if you don't cheer, if you start clapping and stuff, when you go, just go, it's not gonna work, okay? Because I need to do the editing with what I did yesterday. So, we ready for this? Gaia. It's like Tiziano, remember tits? Remember tits? Tiziano, like tits, okay? Tiziano, la bella, like, you know, like beautiful, okay? This is tiring, okay? Go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Tiziano, la bella.
Better than Milan, guys. This is amazing. Thank you so much for coming out. I mean, I can't believe I'm here. I mean, I used to perform like in fucking small theaters and stuff, but now I'm at the fucking Madison Square Garden! Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. And the most unbelievable thing is that 30 seconds, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
What's my name?
Marco, obviously.
What's his name?
Marco.
What's his name?
Tiziano.
Tiziano, you know, right? So now that you guys know our names, I guess we can start this night. Are you ready for it? Are you? You are. We got 6 wonderful comedians, guys. 4 in the first half, and 3 in the first half, and 3 in the second half. Are you guys ready for some comedy? You are, yeah? Please welcome on stage 2 wonderful Filippo Spreapico!
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. They, you know, my friends were like, Filippo, break a leg. Break a leg. Break a leg. I was like, please, also not. That'd be nice. I just want to say, it's not gonna be like, okay, first comedian is like this, and the last one, what, cancer? No. Don't worry, it's not gonna be like a whole group of comedians with various degrees of sicknesses. You don't have to worry about that. I hope, unless there are surprises, I am the only unhealthy one. Anyway, it's good now. I'm having a good life. It's nice walking around. It's more like doing push-ups when I walk around now. I like what I've become. I've become, I found my niche. This is my niche. They're nice plastic, very beautiful black color. It goes with pretty much any clothes. I'm thinking of getting gloves for this. I'm thinking of getting leather gloves with the fingers cut out. Being there, sitting in bars, going like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? And people go like, oh my god, what nice gloves. You got sports car? Be like, no man, got fucking crutches. Right here. I'm gonna zoom away with my crutches. You can really go really far, really fast. You know when they say, don't bend your back, bend your knees to pick up whatever is on the ground. That's true, you should do that, but not at 90 kilometers per hour to pick up a fork, because otherwise it snaps. That's what happened. I was in Germany, I was in Berlin, where I live, and the doctor was like, oh my god, no, you're so young. You're so young, you broke your meniscus. Now you have to do injections in your stomach, otherwise we might have to chop your leg. I love the Germans, huh? Love the Germans. Loving the Germans! My God. Anyway, now they ask me, Filippo, how are you? And I say, it hurts. Before, without this, I'd be like, how are you, Filippo? Oh my God, it hurts, but maybe it's the political, social situation of the world, maybe I have to change the circle of my friends. But with this, everybody understands me. Everybody knows I am hurting. I highly recommend everybody get some crutches so that you can tell your friends that you are in pain. Okay, thank you very much. This was my introduction. It's not so bad, actually. It's not so bad at all. It's not so bad at all. Hello, how are you doing? All good. Nice to see you. I am fine now. I am good. I am good. The love that I feel from you is making me feel already better. Hallelujah. I feel it. Hallelujah. I can really much better than this. Look at this. Okay. So, anyway, I'm Italian. Everybody is Italian here, and we are learning English through Italians. Very good choice. Very excellent choice. I don't know what we're gonna do on Saturday night. I don't know. We're gonna go listen to a bunch of Italians speaking English, and mostly not hear any kind of grammatical mistake. And grammatical is already a mistake. It's a grammar mistake. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I lived abroad. I am self-exiled. I lived abroad for 12 years. I moved abroad because I was looking for better Wi-Fi, and I found it. I found better Wi-Fi, and I found a job with the Wi-Fi. So I decided to stay abroad. I spent 5 years in London. 5 years is a long time. I was waiting for a sunny day. It never happened. I was very patient when I was younger. Very patient guy, but unfortunately, didn't work out for me. I moved to Berlin. I went to Berlin. As soon as I went to Berlin, I went to a club, and I came out 2 years later. And then I went back the following week, and it was a pretty good experience. Berlin is a wonderful place. Do we have any Germans here tonight? No, why? Somebody is pointing. You are pointing at somebody who might be German, who refuses to admit that he's German in front of me. Such a nice guy. I have a microphone. I'm not gonna shit on you. You're German? You're German. How German are you? Not that much. Yeah, you better. We don't like that. So, in any case, I live in Berlin. Berlin is a wonderful place. It's a place that has given me a lot at the expense of somebody else, for sure. It's a place where multiculturalism is very strong. I've seen all kinds of white people there. It's a place where the main problem are the drugs. They are all fucking great. And anyway, Berlin, like, we do shows in basements. So, I mean, you're the only German here, so thank God, because, you know, one German alone is okay, but then together. No, I'm just saying, it's really, no, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. We do shows in English, in basements in Berlin. So we only admit no more than 4 Germans, because really, you know, that's not, and like, mostly because I just have to say, Germans don't like to live. They don't like to laugh and live also, but they don't like to laugh because, and it happens a lot. You know, they come up to me after shows and they go like, "Oh, it was so good. It was so nice. It was so nice. But you didn't laugh once." Yeah, I didn't want to disturb you. I didn't want to interrupt. Like that, you're supposed to do that. We need it, and Germans hate themselves. They hate themselves. You go like you're German. You suck. Yeah, I suck. You're a bad person. Yes, I am a bad person. You're a Nazi. Yes, I am a Nazi. Then they go home, of course, and then they make up new sanctions against Italians, Greeks, Spanish, all of those other people. We have a good time. We have a good time in Berlin. Let me say it. We have a good time. We have a good time. You never know. Be nice to the Germans because they always go home and try to conquer the world. Thank you so much, Filippo, for telling us about the weather. What are you going to do now? The horoscope? Okay. I'm a Gemini rising. Thank you. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm a good talker. I'm a bit of a social butterfly, a bit of a kind of different moves, and sometimes I forget what I talk about. My mother is fine, by the way. She's sitting right there. She's right there, my mother, very proud of me. Sitting next to my father. My father doesn't speak any English, so he doesn't even know I'm talking about him right now. And we used to have a chicken. Chicken unfortunately died in a car accident. We were taking Grandpa, who was also here for the to the hospital. And the chicken flew out of the car, you know, because it was summer and the windows were rolled down. And the chicken hit a truck loaded with pigs. Can you believe it? Feathers everywhere, roasted smell of chicken everywhere. Where do you come from, Filippo? Very rural area? Yes, very rural area. I remember going out at night and looking at the stars in the fields and masturbating while looking at the stars. It was great. It was great. Nobody was saying anything. Everybody was quietly masturbating next to me. But the smell, man. The smell of freshly baked bread in the morning was actually disgusting because the baker had no nose. He had it chopped in a sword fight. Like we did in the Renaissance Middle Ages that we used to study at high school. At high school it was very good. My chemistry teacher was addicted to pot. And he was smoking a lot, but it makes sense for a chemistry teacher. And also I was a bit plumpier, I was a bit fatter than now. I mean, I'm not fat at all, I was fucking great. But like, you know, I was a bit fatter than now, and we used to have competitions going down the hill, going down the slope with the bicycle. I would always win because fatties go faster, but unfortunately, you know, they hit the ground even earlier than everybody else. And that's how I lost weight. Every time I was just falling, and the fat would burn and burn and burn, and it's not cardio, guys, it's just falling on concrete. That's what happens. But my friends moved on. My friends moved on from high school. Some of them joined ISIS, the International Society for Italian Scrabble. Those nerds. Those fucking nerds. You know, living in Germany, going back there, because that's the kind of night that it is. I'm going to talk about Germany. I come from there. I come from around Milan, so I understand fashion and fascism. Yes, living in Germany, I've realized that I've developed a little bit of an inferiority complex. You know, the Germans have always been better than us. Always better than us. More killings, more territories, more guilt. Italians, no guilt. No guilt at all. Germans have a lot of guilt, and that's why they're vegan. Most of them, they're vegan. Because the more vegan you are, the less Nazi you become. It's an issue of emissions. You have less emissions, you cut the emissions, less smoke in the air. But it's true, like when fascism ended in Italy, it ended. People walking in the street going like, "Oh, Gianni! Gianni, vieni qua! Gianni! Gianni, did you do fascism? Did you do fascism? Huh? No, I mean, I don't read the news. I don't know, like I was, no. What fascism? Che fascism? Vabbè. And Maria did Maria do fascism? Did Maria? No, Maria was in the kitchen the whole time. Maria was making cannelloni with vabbè Gianni, okay. See ya. When fascism ended in Italy, it was like the end of school. Okay, everybody, fascism is over. Have a great summer. I'll see you back in September with a new form of government with the same people. Oh yes, it's getting a bit too political now. Anyway, speaking of fascism, I have taken a lot of Ryanair flights. Yes, it happens. You forget. You always forget. You stay in these wonderful, beautiful, amazing airports, and then everything, as you go, gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and you realize, God, I'm really healed. I know some of you are suffering for me, but don't worry about it. I will never be able to stand up again, most definitely. I'll be here until somebody grabs me, and I'll have to go. And you stay in this place, and you realize, can't use your elbows. No. Today I'm not going to use my elbows. Somebody's going to take your elbows and throw them down to a guy who's going to run to the final destination, wherever you need to go. You're going to find your elbows 5 hours later. And you realize that on this plane, it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough. Not because the plane is made of plastic. Not because there are going to be terror attacks. Not because there's the depressed German co-pilot on it. It was 4 years ago, guys. Let it go. But because there is not enough air to breathe, and somebody has to sacrifice himself for the survival of the human race on budget flights. The steward comes in, goes like, Sir, excuse me, could you stop breathing for the entire duration of this flight? We have some customers here, they purchase a priority breathing pass. Excuse me. Then the voice of the captain comes in.
Welcome to this delayed flight with arrival destination and departure Milano Lambrate. Temperature Milano Lambrate is pretty good. It's 52 degrees 0.4. Please remove all your accessories from your waistcoat. Member of staff will be with you shortly to assist you in your Sudoku. Meanwhile, take a string, sit down. sit back, sit up, sit back, sit up, sit back, sit up, sit back, and try to be still. There are 4 emergency exits on this plane. 2 of them are blocked. One of them only works when we're flying over Ukraine, and the other one works perfectly. It's just too tiny. We remind you that eating on this plane is messy, as it is explained in the emergency buckle exit, buckle introduce, buckle in the buckle exit, the buckle introduce, the buckle magazine. In case of fire, please find the biggest compartment where to hug yourself. Please place your legs above your head. Ask the people for assistance if you don't know how to do that. In case of landing on what are your wheels, there are 2 pilots on this plane. They are smoking behind your seats. We will be now dimming our lights to scare you. Please welcome Claudio, Katyusha, and Soledad. We'll make sure that you will not be able to relax, do anything you like. They will try to sell you all kind of shit that you don't need. Please give us some money, 3 or 4 euros. We have not eaten in 4 days. Help us. If you're interested in purchasing a priority breathing pass, it's too late. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was my time. I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much.
Great! Now guys, by a round of applause, who was here last month for this show? By a round of applause. Who was not here last month? Who was not here last month? What's your name? Yeah, your name. Here. Why were you not here last month? I'm waiting for an answer, like today. You didn't know about the show. 11th of May, were you masturbating? Are you with your parents? You are. It's not scared. For those who were not here last month, I'm gonna show you what happened with a very short video, guys, okay? Yeah? We can send that? Let's do it. And I'm here to say that also my parents. Guys, you know, really, for a comedy show, they're like, oh, wow, finally, we're gonna laugh at your jokes. And I was like, huh? It's in English. What I want to know is so what did you say? Right, Gaia? What's my name again? Marco, right? Still Marco. So what did you say on stage at Zelig? I just said that you're wonderful people. Right? I just lied. And today, they're not here. They died. Joking, guys, don't worry. It's a comedy, it's jokes. But my brother is here. Let's round of applause for my brother is here. He speaks English perfectly, so I can't do the same jokes. That's why I showed you the videos. I was running out of jokes. So I can't really say anything offensive about it because you will understand and translate for my parents. Are you ready for the second comedian of the night, guys? Wow, please welcome on stage. Do wonderful. Edward Potente!
Hi, thanks for being here. Thank you. Wow, a lot of people. Wow, thanks for being here. Stand-up comedy is becoming a thing here in Italy. Finally, a lot of people in the last months went on stage, grabbing a mic, making people laugh. They called it campagna elettorale, but thanks for being here. Thanks for not staying home watching some movie featuring Gabriel Garco. Do you know Gabriel Garco? He's the Italian Nicolas Cage. Don't get me wrong, I like him because he had a career as an actor, even if he's only capable of 3 facial expressions, right? Sexy, confused, and sexually confused. Okay, today I'm gonna talk about fear, because we're all afraid of something, right? I mean, I guess there's people here who are afraid of heights, maybe, raise your hand. Spiders, anyone? Small places, darkness, taxes, police, you know. Fear is a very personal issue. A friend of mine is afraid of tomato seeds. Can you believe it? Fear is a very personal issue, but there's one fear we all share as human beings, the fear of death. And I often think about it. I wonder, where would I go? How would it be? Did I delete my internet history? Very, very common questions, you know. And in order to overcome this fear, we invented the afterlife. Afterlife, another life. But did we succeed? Did it work? I don't think so. I think we just made a substitution, okay? I think we replaced the fear of death with another fear, the fear of God. Because they always told us that all of our sins will be judged by God after we die. Well, if you believe in God, of course. Because if you don't believe in God, who cares about what God thinks about all the times you masturbated? Or about that time you stole a horse? Or masturbated a stolen horse? Listen, I don't know your hobbies, okay? We steal horses in Puglia, va bene? On Sunday. So, well, I'm not afraid of God. I'm an atheist, okay? But I do respect believers, Catholics. I don't respect non-practicing believers. Because it just makes no sense, right? It's an oxymoron, a figure of speech. It's just like saying vegan carbonara. Pochette for man. Hug with swallow. Or governo del cambiamento. You know, it just makes no fucking sense. So, I can't trust the Pope asking for world peace, just like Miss Universe, right? I really can't. A church feels like a shemale to me. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not coming in. Churches in Italy are full of old people working out, doing squats, 10 squats every hour. That's why they live longer, okay? And I've tried to read the Bible, the Gospels, but guys, I've been watching Breaking Bad. That screenplay is just another level. Okay, so I don't go to church, but once I visited an abbey, a Trappist abbey. That's where Trappist monks live. You know, Trappist monks, well, despite their name, they don't play trap music. Okay? They invented a method to brew Trappist beer. A very complex method, refined over centuries and centuries, when you got nothing to do, you know. But the beer is good, and I recommend it. I don't recommend Vatican's beer, because I've been there, Vatican City, Vatican bar. I asked for a small blonde, please, and they gave me this 10 years old boy from Sweden. Don't do that. So how can a believer get rid of that fear, of the fear of God's judgment? Well, maybe trying to understand who God is. Who is God? Well, according to Matthew's Gospel, and of course you can check, you'll never check, you know, just trust me. About 2,000 years ago, St. John broke his back trying to baptize a grown-up Jesus and heavy Jesus in the Jordan River. You know? And when Jesus came out of the water, please use your imagination, the sky turned apart, and surfing on a ray of sunlight, God came on earth for the first time as a white dove, floating above the crowd. Then he stopped and he said, "Doo, doo." But according to Matthew's Gospel, what he really meant was, this is Jesus, my son, my beloved son. Love him as I do. That's it? Really? Really, you took the sky apart just for this? Really? I mean, just once in the history of humanity, God came on earth, and at least when there was more than one person to listen to him and to watch him, and instead of saying something like, men and women are equal, or something like, stop fucking children, please. Or at least something like, guys, beware of crusades, it's a fucking trap. No, he said, he's Jesus, he's my son, he's great, love him, go Jesus. Just like a normal dad who goes watching his kid playing football, you know, and maybe his kid is sitting on the bench because he has banana-shaped feet, he can't even run straight. And I mean, you came on earth for the first time with that outfit, really, a white dove, really, a soap logo, an Italian Easter's cake, really, you told us you made us in your image and likeness. Do I look like a fucking dove? I don't think so. Well, there's no way to know who is God. Easy, right? Yeah, sure, there's no way. If you do what we tell you, you'll go to heaven. You'll be surrounded by angels. You'll be fine. You just have to die, right? I mean, it's the same marketing strategy used by religions which profess reincarnation. If you follow our instructions, you will go back on earth as a lion, the king of the forest, with 3 cocks. If you don't, you'll go back as a bike seat. If you're very bad at this game, you'll go back as a Kim Jong-un's exercise bike seat. Well, I always thought that right before dying, we receive a phone call, okay? You're there, you're about to die, the phone rings, you answer. Hello, it's Mohammed from Mobile Bar. If you switch to our company and bring a friend, you'll have the chance to spend the afterlife with 72 women. Sir, you think it's a prank, can't be too easy. You hang up, okay? Then God calls you to make his offer. Hello, it's God. Well, we don't have 72 women here, virgin women, no. We have Mary, but she's for premium users only. I can offer you 72 gigabytes. You say, really God, are you really comparing gigabytes with women? Then he answers, don't you think it's an offer you can't refuse? I think you just drop the phone and run away. You go and make your ass blow up in a checkpoint in Tel Aviv. But this is just my opinion, but I think it makes sense. The truth is, I know what happens. I do know what happens when we die, because they told me a long time ago in a catechism lesson. A long time ago, Italy was still playing the World Cup. Well, they told me, when you die, you go upstairs and watch the movie of your life with Jesus. So I go upstairs, watch the movie. Well, sounds like the biggest bullshit I've ever heard, but let's just say that it's true. Okay, so I die. I go upstairs. Of course, I meet Saint Peter, who lets me in. He stamps my wrist just in case I want to go outside and smoke later. Then here I am in this beautiful cinema on a cloud. Jesus is there waiting for me, holding a popcorn. He'll just multiply it, you know. Popcorns are expensive in heaven. We choose the best seats in the cinema. It's just me and him. We're gonna watch the movie of my life. We sit. I'm excited with my new friend Jesus. Lights out. The movie starts. Oh no, of course we're watching trailers of other people's movies. Then finally my movie starts. And oh well, it's not the highlights of my life, it's my whole life. Good moments and bad moments. Every time I took Lord names in vain, maybe during orgasm, you know, especially during orgasm, mostly orgasm. That time I lost a bet and I walked naked around the block. The time I poisoned my little cousin, every time I sniffed at myself to check if I smelled. Every time I sniffed at myself to check if I smelled, and I smelled. Every time I sniffed at myself to check if I smelled, and I smelled, and I liked it, okay? Then right when things are getting interesting and I'm gonna find out who came to my funeral, how many people, how much did they cry? The movie ends. Then I have to say, Jesus, finally here, wow. I was scared, I was wondering about the afterlife. Now I'm here and I have all the answers. It's beautiful. I just have one question left. Did I delete my internet history? Thanks. Thank you so much.
Well, what's your name? Let's get to know you a bit better. Misla. Where are you from? Eritrea. Io adesso però do un applauso. Which city of Eritrea? Not that I know any city, but just being nice. Asmara, the capital. You guys know Asmara? I know Asmara, right? What's your city famous for? Anything? Don't go there. So I'm from a very small town in south of Italy. Barletta. You guys know Barletta, anybody? Don't lie. Liars. Nobody knows Barletta. Why would you know Barletta? Anyway, my city is famous for nothing. Just criminality. So I remember a few years ago, actually, I used to live here in Milan, guys. And I've seen things in Milan I've never seen in Barletta before. Like people here wear helmets when they drive scooters, seat belts when you drive cars. A coffee is like 5 euros. A margarita is like 7 euros here, isn't it? Pretty much. In Barletta, margarita is 3 euros. 3 euros. So I wasn't feeling comfortable. I was missing home so much. And to solve the problem, I just moved to Napoli. Now I feel perfectly safe again. Now guys, we have a great guest. So like a last minute guest. She came straight from London for this gig. So let's have a round of applause for the wonderful Romina Puma!
Anyway, that was quite a big effort for me. I hope we don't have anyone from the benefits office in the room. Otherwise I'm screwed. But if you're wondering why do I walk like a horse doing dressage, that is because I have muscular dystrophy. Anyone with muscular dystrophy in the room? Raise your hand if you can. To give you an idea of the effects, it has on me is like my facial muscles are falling down. And says my vagina. Yes, darling. Like if I wanted to do a vajazzle, it would look like a chandelier. Keep that image in your mind, darling. Now every time you see chandelier, you think about me. My name is Romina Puma. Yeah. Well, I'm more of a cougar than a puma, actually. Which is the modern term for spinster, isn't it? But I'm a modern spinster. I don't have any cats, no. The only pet I have is a rabbit. Cute, right? But one with batteries. They're low maintenance. I'm single. Hello. I'm single. And, you know, I'm trying hard to find someone, right? I'm trying hard. I'm trying everything, literally everything. Borderline desperate. You know, I'm on all those websites, right? You name it. Plenty of idiots. Okay, stupid. What's that Deliveroo one? Tinder. You have Tinder here in Italy, don't you? You have that one, yeah. But it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work beach, right? And so I tried some hardcore places to go, like Torture Garden. For those of you who don't know what the Torture Garden is, you two know what I'm talking about. They know, that's my audience. There's no one that force you to do gardening naked, right? Whip some brushes. They whip you by the cage. But it's not working, but it's not working. So my favorite place to go and look for a guy is in pubs. Bars over here in Italy. But I love it because, you know, you go there, you see it there in 3D, you know what you're going for, right? I love it. And, you know, being on a stick, it works. It's like magnet. Literally, they come up to you, right? They say, oh, what happened to you? I just left. But then I have two answers, right? If the guy is not cute, I don't like it, I said, I'm disabled. Because if you say so, they normally run away. Sometimes they don't, though, so be careful. If you want to use this excuse. But I remember once I dated him for a while, right? And I told him straight away that I had the condition. And I said, is it a problem for you? And he went, oh, no, you know. Also, my ex-girlfriend was disabled. I said, I found a fetish one. And then he said, and then, you know, I know that with you, I can have cheaper taxi, cinemas and theaters for half of the price. So why should I mind? There you go. So ladies and gentlemen, if you fancy a disabled person, you can get your benefits back. Available after the show. Now on the other hand, if the guy was cute, I used to say, oh, I just hurt my knee, nothing serious. And then we have sex. But I'll tell you this story. I met this guy in the pub, right? We had a few drinks, so we were like, yeah! And we went for for a one night stand. And it went really well, right? And so we decided to go on the second date. And I was like, oh shit. Now I have to tell him that I have the condition, right? I can't hide it any longer. But you never know those awkward moments, right? You never know when it's the right moment to, you know, throw that bomb, right? When? Shall I tell him while we're having steak? Shall I tell him while I'm giving him a blowjob? He will choke either way. So what I did, I actually used a wheelchair to go around. That's the best I can do. I just turned up with my wheelchair. Hello! And he went, what the fuck? And he said, well, you didn't tell me you are disabled. I said, well, you didn't tell me you have a small cock either.
Hero, you okay? Stop masturbating, man. Gaia, ready? Yeah? Good? Yeah? Are you sure? 100%? Guys, are you ready for the last comic? On the first out? Please, welcome on stage, a very friend of us, Andrea Di Marco!
Hello, everyone. And I've been working in the city of London for one of the most important financial organizations worldwide, Andromeda. And over the years, I have been able to see how London and Italy have a lot of things in common. For instance, in both places, it's full of Italians, right? So what I'm doing tonight is just trying to give you a short lesson in Italian English, which is the English spoken by Italians. Which is crucial in today's world if your dream is to be a dynamic dishwasher or a wonderful waiter or a divine delivery boy. So I have my dashboard here. Yeah, I'm going to give you a few tips. Let's start with grammar. Grammar. Italian English pronunciation. Let's talk about past tenses, right? In standard English, for regular verbs, you should put ed at the end of the verb, like I worked. Right? In Italian English, no. You just put a hand sign between the word. I work. A hand sign. I work. This is past tense. Very easy. I work. Yesterday, I work. Same as for the future, right? No will, no shall. Just to put the hand sign the opposite way. Tomorrow, I work. Yesterday, I work. Very easy. Let's talk about pronunciation. 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 Yeah, right. Let's talk about this. Okay? In Italian English, very easy. You can pronounce it the, the, what you want. You just pick up the one you like out of the formula box. The cat is on the table. The pilgrim fathers. Even better if you want to boast in a posh night. The pilgrim fathers. Let's talk about. We say in Italian English, what's in the word must be heard. Okay, what's in the word must be heard. So, words like dead. In Italian English is dead. I like the letter W because it can be either U or V. With or even in the same word, right? Window. Okay, one more tip. Let's talk about culture and habits. I like this. Culture and habits. Say you're lost in London and you have a ticket for Chelsea match. So you want to reach out for the stadium. If you're English speaking, you probably go, excuse me sir, can you please tell me which way Stamford Bridge is from here? Thank you very much indeed. In Italian English, no. You just go, oh, Stamford Bridge! Oh, Stamford Bridge! This is very important. This is the question mark. Alright you guys, so by training the wrist, improvement is just around the corner. So just study Italian English and see you soon, or as we Italians say, in the arse of the way, in bocca, in culo alla balena. See you!
Give it up for Zelig, Marco! And that was the last minute of the first half. Now we're gonna have a 15 minutes break, so you can get some drinks and food. We're gonna see each other in the second half, alright? And thanks for the first half. Did you like the first half?
So, please, welcome on stage again, Marco!
saddest table. There is a bottle of water and there is 2 people in here. Sorry, Zelig, they're not spending any money. Shame on you. What are we having here? Beer? Nothing else? What were you having? What do you usually drink in Eritrea? What's the typical drink? A typical beer. Okay. A strong one? Yeah, strong. I think. Did you drink this beer tonight? You look a bit. Are you drunk from the Eritrean beer? All good. So, guys, ladies, what's your name? What's your name? No, you. Talking to you, yes. Mara, where are you from, Mara? Italy, nice. Where about? Romania. Oh, she's from, let's have a round of applause for Mara. You should be proud. Romania is a beautiful place. Why are you drinking, Mara? Okay, that's great. It's a nice drink. Well done for that. So, there's not actually English people in the room, as we said. I can see one and I know you. I can't see anyone else because otherwise you will be all drunk English people. There's no. So let's talk shit about English people. How ugly are the English girls? Let's talk about it. Sorry, guys. I'm getting old. I'm just getting old. You know. I'm still 30. There is so many things that I can do, but I don't want to, like running, going to the gym. One of those things. There's so many things that I would love to do, but I can't do because I'm not old enough. Like getting a pension, using a stick, using the disabled toilet. But most of all, guys, sometimes I would love to shit myself. Every fucking day, right? Even now, like, I need to go to the toilet, I'm just rushing this. I just love to do that, but I can't do it because I'm not old enough. But if I was old, it would be completely normal and acceptable. So I fucking hate old people. There are some people I like, I just don't like people when they become parents. Because parents, they always talk about their kids. Any parents in the room? Raise your hand. I'm proud of it. I think the only parents, any other parents? Sure. Parents, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, another one. And parents always talk about their kids. And they always say how much their kids are special, they're fantastic. And I hate kids as well. I call people. You know why I hate kids? Because they can shit themselves. Again, acceptable. Why is that acceptable? Let's kill all the kids and the old people. What do you think? Let's do that. You don't agree with it. Okay, we're very politically correct crowd tonight. Great, that's great. First time ever that this happens. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? We got 3 more comedians. Are you fucking ready for this? Your time. Now, it takes a lot of courage, so be nice, be kind, be warm for the great Salvatore Zappia!
Hi everybody! It's really great to be here on this stage. Zelig, it's incredible for me. When I told to my friends that I came at Zelig, my best friend told me, so you go on television? No, it's not the show, it's just the place. Oh, okay, can I come? Yeah, of course you can come, but it is in English. In English, so you will be at Zelig, but without cameras and speaking English in front of Italian people. That is like saying that you act in Game of Thrones in your bathroom. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I'm joking. It's great to be here. I'm Salvatore Zappia, and tonight I would like to speak about an argument that I really care. That is conspiracies, complotti, and I want to be sure. Because I used to love of conspiracies when I was little. When I was 13, I read on this magazine that the moon landing was a fake, that it was a conspiracy, and that it was done using the movie set of Space Odyssey from Kubrick. And I thought, wow, I'm the only one to know the truth. It was an 80-cent magazine in every newsstand in Italy, but I was the only one to know the truth. And it was a great sensation. I had this big power. I could shock everyone. So the next day, I went to school and I searched for the best person to shock. And I chose the janitor. Il bidello. Because he was 40, he had an entire life to be destroyed. Because this and because he was very, very, very stupid. So I went to him and said, you know, we never landed on the moon. I'm cleaning there. Oh, sorry. Anyway, did you hear what I said? About what? About moon landing. Moon landing. Yes, I told that everything we know about moon landing is false. What do we know about moon landing? That we landed on the moon. This is what we know about moon landing. We landed on the moon. He was too stupid. I choose other persons. I choose all my classmates, and they were shocked because they knew before that we landed on the moon, and it was great because they wanted more details, and I was speaking slowly because I wanted to enjoy the sensation of power that I had given them a truth that I paid just 80 cents. It was great. When you are 13, conspiracies are fascinating. And then there was the 9/11. Wow, the Lionel Messi of conspiracies. It was great. There were people saying that there was something strange in the collapse of the Twin Towers because they were projected in order to resist to an airplane crash, and so maybe it was all a conspiracy of the American government. And I imagine these secret meetings between Bush and Bin Laden in the darkness of the Pentagon, with Bush in front of a model of the Twin Towers saying, and then the airplane comes from here. And Bin Laden shocked. I don't know, George, it will die many persons. Being the airplane is mine and I do what the fuck you want. It was a great story. But then I started the university engineering, and the first year the professor told us that the Twin Towers were made mostly of steel, and steel at high temperatures loses its mechanical properties, and furthermore, during the impact, many pylons were destroyed, and the remaining pylons had to support an extra load, and all this was perfectly compatible with the collapse that actually happened on 9/11, and I thought, fuck, Professor is one of them. I didn't expect it. That is different. Now conspiracies are everywhere, and they are no more credible, they are just exaggerated. 2 weeks ago, I was at dinner by one of my friends, and his 6-year-old child came to me and said, you know, we never landed on the moon. And I recognized myself in him, it was funny, so I said, well, honey, we don't know it, but it could be possible. It's not possible, it's true. How do you know it, honey? Because moon doesn't exist. No, calm down. Moon exists, but probably the American government, the earth is flat. No, the earth is not flat. Who told you this? Don't vaccinate me, you fuck off. I think that we believe in conspiracy for the same reason we believe in religion, because we hope that there is something else beyond what we see. And it is not just a question of spirituality, it's not all about believing, it's about standing out the crowd. It's about saying, I see what you don't see. I know what you don't know. Last year I was in Rome and I did a gig like tonight, and even Ettore and Marco were there, and I was talking about religion. And when I came out from the stage, 8, 9 boys of 20, 22, they surrounded me. And they were very angry. And the oldest one came to me and said, you cannot speak about religion because you don't know God. And I said, okay, I agree, but don't blame me, he's very difficult to meet. He didn't want to joke. He said, God is very angry for what you said on stage. And how do you know it? And he said, and I swear on my mother, he said, I know it because I met God in the Canaries. I swear. So, probably he was just a very, very good travel agent. It could be, it could be. Go to the Canaries, it's the God choice. Could be. But still, I can't forget the light in his eyes. He was truly convinced. And maybe believing that thing was the only way he had to feel special. And we all want to feel special. We all want to stand out the crowd. We want to believe. Sorry, I drank just this. And make an applause. I think that it's something that we always wanted to be special. It's some weeks ago I watched this video of Simon Sinek. Maybe you know it. He's a psychologist, and it was a viral video, and he was speaking about millennials. That is my generation, the people born between the 80s and 2000. And he was saying that we want always to be special, to make the difference. And that's why we are narcissistic, self-interested, and continuously unfocused, and many other adjectives that I don't remember because in the meanwhile I was updating my Facebook. But I agree with him, except for the fact that the narcissism that we have on Facebook is just a way we use today to reveal something that we always had as human beings, because we always wanted to be special. The Bible was written for this exact purpose, a little bit before 80s. We wrote that book in order to say that we are different from animals. We are different from cows and insects and dolphins, especially homosexual dolphins, those faggots. We wrote that book in order to say that we are the bosses, that we have a history. We are the chiefs. We have a history and a religion and a government and the atomic bomb. We can dominate the world, except for the fact that we don't know anything about the world. Earthquakes, hurricanes, climate change. We are continuously surprised by the world. We are like many Donald Trump. We are the commanders, but we don't have the fucking idea what we are commanding. And I think that we are just angry, because we don't have a role in all this. You know, we are like visitors on this planet. We don't bring pollen from flower to flower. We don't create oxygen. We don't even fertilize the ground with our bodies after the death because we invented the tombs. We are useless, completely useless to the world. So we invented the free will in order to say that we can choose, we don't have to obey to the natural laws. But it seems to me a big excuse. It's like when we boys are single, it's not a free will. Not ours, at least. And if there is a God, I tell you how the Genesis happened. It was Sunday, and after all the week of creation, God was relaxing inside his office, and Lucifer enters. Sir, are you busy? Yes, Lucifer, I was watching the football. Yeah, it's Sunday. I'm watching the future. It's a long story. Argentina versus England. I have to help Maradona with a goal. It doesn't matter. What do you want? Adam is here. Adam, why? He wants a purpose. A purpose. Yes, you know, like bees and plankton. A purpose. I don't have a purpose for Adam. Bees are good persons. He's not. He's selfish, and I don't know what he could do for the world. Yes, I know. So that's why I thought that you could just give him a fake task. Fake task. Yes. Something like, I don't know, stay in a garden and take care of an apple or something. I don't know. Take care of an apple. Yeah, something stupid, but he has to think that it's very important. You mean lying? Yeah, kind of. I won't lie to my creatures. Come on, you're evil. Oh, it was just an idea. I don't need your ideas. Thank you very much, Lucifer, and go to hell. Let Adam pass. I will fix everything. Adam, so what's the problem? Oh, sir, thank you for receiving me. Yeah, come on, which is the problem? Problems with the word? No, it's okay with the word. Okay, so problems with it? No. I mean, she doesn't want to make blowjobs, but this is not the main problem. So what? So what do I have to do all the day? I don't know, just chill out and enjoy the life. Do you want some weight? No. I mean, if you have some weight, but no, the thing is that how can I stay all the day without doing anything? Cats are doing great. I'm not a cat, sir. I'm a man. I'm special. Special. Why are you special? Because, you know, you made me in your image and likeness. Do you think we look alike? Yes, of course. I am a triangle. Yeah. I know this is your divine form, but your real form is a dog. Don't you listen what that said? Really? Okay. Come on. Sir, I'm clever. I'm special. I'm more sophisticated than everyone else. I cannot smoke joints for all the day. I need to know the sense of my existence. Otherwise, I think that I could kill myself. No, calm down. You want to know the sense of your existence? Yes, sir. Well, the sense of your existence, Adam, is that, you know, you have to... Do you see that apple? Yes, sir. It seems a normal apple, but it is not a normal apple. It's incredibly important, and you will be the guardian of the apple. You cannot eat the apple. If you cannot eat the apple, no one can eat the apple, okay? Sir, a bird is eating the apple right now. Fuck. Okay. The other apple. The red. Protect the red. So Adam went away, but Eve, who was much more intelligent than Adam, she ate the apple in order to demonstrate that nothing would have happened. So they came back to God. Adam and Eve, what's that? I'm very busy at the moment. Sir, she ate the apple, but nothing happened. So I understood that it is just a test, because you wanted to see if we disobeyed your orders, and it means that we are special, right? How did you guess? Because I'm clever, I told you. So which is the new test, the real test? Do you see that kiwi? Come on, so we cannot just not eating things for all the life. We need a purpose. Okay, you want a purpose? Here propose. Work. Work for what? Just work. Hard working and... Oh, and you will give birth with pain. I have a proposal. Shut up. If you don't give us a proposal, we will fight it alone. We will conquer all the world and we will submit all the animals. And we will go on the moon and we will write the story as we want and you will be what we want. Okay, Adam. Just one thing. You will never land on the moon. We repeat continuously to ourselves that we don't just survive. We don't just survive like the animals and like all the other human beings around us, but because this is what we think. We post our photos on the internet in order to say, my life is better than yours. Your life is boring. You just survive. I live. I do a yoga class. But maybe, just maybe, if we look on the right perspective, no one here is special, and sometimes we could just stop to shout to the world that we are different, and instead thinking what we have in common, and maybe we could finally chill out and enjoy our lives. And I know it's difficult. I know it is very difficult. It's difficult, especially in this chaotic society. It's difficult for me, for you, for everyone, even for God. I think this is the reason why probably he moved to the Canaries. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not supposed to talk. Oh, don't worry, I'm joking, don't worry. Just like I'm all upset about it. It's okay, don't worry. Not supposed to talk, but it's okay. We're all friends here, aren't we? Yeah? Hero, you okay? Yeah? Where are your hands? Show me your hands all the time, yeah? So it's there. I have a question for you guys. Anyone here that moved from a different country or from a different city to Milan? Sir, what's your name?
Alan.
Alan. Where are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil? No, Brazil. Bro, it's just nice to me. It's true, yeah? So when did you move here?
4 years ago.
Okay. Why? What was the reason?
Wanted to try the La Bella Vita.
He said he wanted to try La Bella Vita. And on a Saturday night, you're here at Zelig, watching this shit. Which is like Italian people talking in English in Italy. You know, like fucked up. So are you working here? What do you do?
I'm an English teacher.
He's an English teacher. Wow, well done, man. Yeah, you can applaud that. Well done, man. So that's why all these people don't speak English very well, because in Milan they have teachers like you. Like Brazilian people that came to Milan. Definitely better than you. The reason why I'm asking you this is because I live in London. So people ask me all the time, why did I move to London? So to explain to them, I moved to London because of the crisis, la crisi, So I realized my family was losing money because of toilet rolls. Let me explain. So the exact moment when I realized I need to move to London was when I was taking a shit in my toilet. I'll get to the point. When I was 8 years old, in my house, we used to have these wonderful toilet rolls with 4 layers. Do you remember the ones that smell like camomiles? The other ones? Yeah. Whoever said yes was very rich. Because this toilet one is really soft, so when you use it, you just need one pass and it's perfectly clean. And I was 8 years old. 4 layers, 4 layers. When I turned 13, we went down to 3 layers. So I was getting a bit suspicious, but it was still a good paper. You know, like 1 or 2 times it was nice, it was soft, not as soft as the chamomile one. And then I turned 18. 2 layers. And so that's the moment when I realized I wanted to move to London. I was taking a shit, I took the toilet roll, 2 veli, 2 layers, swiping my ass, and the fingers broke through the paper. They know. And then I smelled my fingers, as we all know, and that's when I realized I wanted to move to London for myself. That's my story. Not an inspiring story of yours. I'm not living a bella vita, you know, because in London the toilet rolls are not good, so I'm still like doing that and smelling it, but it's all good. No worries. So, second comedian of the second half. Are you guys ready for this? Not really. Last row, are you ready? Are you ready? Please welcome on stage the wonderful Luca Kupani!
Thank you. Yes, my name is Luca. Yes, I'm Italian. Yes, I live in London. I'm living the dream. You know, sharing a flat with strangers and a couple of mice. So nice. I think they're a couple. Maybe they're just friends. Who knows? But I hope they might. I'm romantic. Who knows? And London is beautiful. Everyone is busy in London. Busy more than in Milan. When you go there, everyone walks so fast. And you get surprised. They walk fast, like if someone is chasing them. Sometimes someone is chasing them to stop them and get their phones, which is cruel, because we in Italy are used to a much better organized crime, to be fair. I mean, last time I was in Milan, on the bus, someone took my wallet in such a beautiful way. No need to kill me. I didn't even notice at the beginning. You appreciate this effort, this technique. That's nice. I mean, it's beautiful. They call it furto con destrezza. It's nice. Great job. That's some appreciation. We do have violent crimes in Italy, you know very well, especially because of Italian men. On the newspaper, every day, you read about some man who cannot take a rejection and he has to kill his wife or girlfriend. It's dreadful. Like, every week, oh, this guy got rejected, depressed, he killed his wife and his mother-in-law and his daughter and his son, and then he tried to kill himself. What do you mean you tried? You just successfully practiced murder on quite a few people. Now it's your turn and you don't know how to... Oh, you should be a pro by now. Just try harder. Seriously, this week a guy killed his wife and then jumped from the first floor. Sorry, but it's okay. I like here. And you know, London is beautiful. I enjoy my life there. It's beautiful. If you are thinking, oh, but my English is not so good, maybe you don't want to move abroad because you feel your English is not so good, you might have an accent. Listen to me, it's okay. They don't mind, really, they are nice. They will never tell you, oh, your accent is bad. No, they might vote for Brexit, but without telling you. So there's a politeness you really enjoy. And since everyone talked about religion, I felt like telling that I'm Catholic. I go to church every Sunday. Some we go to heaven. No. When he wants. You know, when I was little, they told me if you want to go to heaven, you have to be Catholic. And then you grow up and you realize maybe they changed terms and conditions. It seems you just need to be a decent person to go to heaven, which is hard if you're Catholic. But I still try. I like the challenge. I remember the first time my mom took me to church to meet Jesus and say hello to Jesus, and she showed me the corpse of Jesus hanging from a cross covered in blood. This is Jesus. Say hello. Hello. God loved him so much. Really? He loved you too. Okay, I'm okay. But it's good because you know when you're Catholic, they tell you you should be aware of temptation. It's important. You don't have to just lust women might try to seduce you, but God protected me in a wonderful, special way. I never had it. I only lost my virginity when I was 28 years old. Give me a cheer if you lost your virginity when you were 28 years old. Give me a cheer if you lost your virginity when you were older. Give me a cheer if you're a virgin. Wow, my people, thank you. Thank you. I love it. And so I felt guilty because when you're Catholic, you just feel guilty for everything. But I felt guilty about my own body because you know my testicles felt like in an immersive rendition of Waiting for Godot. They were just ready for years and nothing was happening. I could picture my testicles saying, oh, it's been a quite long, yeah, it's 20 years now, yeah. I feel ready, me too. What is he doing? He's in church. My testicles are a bit sad and depressed. My penis, on the other, my penis is so happy. I will not show you because it's a crime. But, it looks like me, bald, with a little beard, big veins and it's empty. But it's always positive. I remember in my teenage years, he used to wake up every morning full of hope and talk to us like, hey, hello buddy, hey Luca, what's gonna happen today? Nothing? Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Well, very positive. He's an inspirational penis. He's a coach, life coach, basically. And you know, because when I was single, I've been single for so long. But now, by the way, now I'm not single anymore. So if there's any single lady, if you are fancy me, I'm taken. Just keep fancying me though, because I might need some temptation. If you ask me for my number, I will say no, but I would like to know what I'm missing out. But when I was younger, I was single and I thought I need to find a plan B because I don't want to end up like, I don't want to look like a loser. And I thought, why don't I become the next pope? I know it's ambitious because there's a loophole. You don't have to be a priest to become a pope. You just need to be an unmarried man, which is sexist. It's the least of the problem in the Catholic Church. Let's be honest. And back on the day, I was studying Greek and Latin. My English is so-so. My Greek, I'm so fluent in classic Greek and Latin. And so I thought, I like the idea because if you become a pope, first of all, you get this wonderful gigs every Sunday morning in front of thousands of Boy Scouts. You're a hero. You dress up like a drag queen. You get to change your name like a proper drag queen. And I thought about my name. The first name I came with was I liked it, but it was a bit maybe copyright protected. I thought I could be Pope Optimus Prime. But then I didn't want to have legal problems, so I thought, let's try to find another name. And I thought about this one, Pope Ultimus Primus. Like the last, the first, is humble, ambitious, you don't know. And I thought about my motto. You have to have a Latin motto. And I found this one is great, and now I will not use it anymore, so you can take it if you want to become Pope, because it must be a career, an interesting career. My motto was Frangendo Mal. In English, it's Breaking Bad. Thank you. Thank you. Picture, my Facebook page with this is my office on Monday morning, St. Peter's Square. Just dream. No worries. I'm taken. I'm happy this way. That's okay. But can't say. Sometimes I like to think about other possible religions because I have to be loyal. It's like when you go to the supermarket, you have different loyalty cards because you never know which one gives the better discount. So if I can choose, I'm loyal, but just in case, if I could choose another religion, I would like to have the reincarnation one, to be able to come back to on Earth. As a human being, I might be failing a little bit, but I would like to try maybe an animal. Why not? When I was little, I dreamed to be a bird, like an eagle. That's beautiful. Bit fascist, but still beautiful. I feel if you are an eagle, you cannot be too progressive because you're so cool that you come to hate. I think eagles eat rabbits. They don't even eat rabbits. Maybe they're vegan, but they just want to kill them for the sake of no, I can't agree. Plus I'm bald, so maybe I I would be a condor. That's okay, still beautiful. From the okay, the face is horrible, but you can't see the face because it flies very high. That's why it flies so high, because it doesn't want you to see his ugly face. But it flies so well. Nice body. What does a condor eat? Dead animal. Cooked medium rare? No, just raw. It's a raw healthy diet. And it's hard because tell me the last time you've seen a dead animal. Yes, some rat on the highway, but it's very difficult. Try to eat a dead animal on the highway, but you just last 5 seconds and you are another dead animal on the highway. An exotic condor, on the autostrada del Sol. I don't know, it was so it's a very difficult life. You're a beautiful, you're an ugly big bird, and you just have to fly for kilometers looking for some corpse. It's not exotic, it's not glorious. But recently I found out another animal I would love, and that's the Greenland shark. Let me know if you heard about it. It's a wonderful shark. It's a shark, so sharks aren't that beautiful. Again, sexy body, the swimmer, sexy body, and then the face is a bit of a mess. It's because of the smile. They have this horrible smile with these triangle teeth. They're not bad people, bad animals, but with that smile you get bullied a lot at school. So even if you grow up nice, but then it's horrible. But the Greenland shark, they live 500 years. Up to 5, it's amazing. They're very ugly because you mentioned being 500 years in water. But when I take a bath, after 20 minutes I look like a raisin. So imagine 500 years in water, you get the skin isn't your fault. But I love, and you know, Greenland sharks, they become sexually mature when they are 150 years old. So yeah, that's more than me. I mean, I'm a legend in the world of sharks. Like, they love me. They get a poster of myself in their little aquatic room. But how do they know that they start having sex at 150? How does it work? So there's a scientist, a perverted one who just follows the shark. Then he's about to die, so he passes the task to his son. Sonny, I'm dying now, but he hasn't done anything yet. He's 50 years old. Just can you follow that shark? Just let me know when he's dying. Okay, and 50 more years, and then he's dying. Hey, Sonny, I'll tell you what my father, your grandfather told me to do. Just follow that shark, because he's 100-year swimming. And nothing, just like it doesn't do anything. Okay, and finally, when the third scientist is about to die, the 150 years old shark starts getting injured. Oh, there's a girl, I might ask her now. So it's very, can I ask you what? It's a lot of rejection when you speak like that with that ugly mouth. But I know it's a hard life, but I'm ready to embrace it. Now, I think you might be curious, how do they live so long? Very healthy shark. They don't smoke, first of all. They don't smoke. They don't drink water. I don't know if do they drink water? Maybe I don't know. Sip now and then. A lot of omega-3, a lot of fish. Sometimes they treat themselves with a seal. That seal, I don't know, it's cruel, but they're tender and juicy. Apparently, I don't know. Never tried it. Never eaten a seal. How do they catch a seal? Because the seals swim very fast. The Greenland sharks, partly because they are like 300 years old, they're quite slow. So how do they develop this special technique? They eat the baby seal when the baby seals are sleeping. I know it's bad, I know it's glorious, I know. But imagine you're a shark, you've been waiting for 200 years, you feel a bit passionate. It's been a while without, last time I had a seal. Then you see this narcoleptic seal sleeping. And then you live with the guilt for 200 more years. It's really bad. Plus it must be boring because have you been to the swimming pool? I mean, after 20 minutes in a swimming pool, you get bored to death. You start counting the tides. You don't remember when was the last time you were alive, so it was so boring. Imagine being a shark in the Greenland sea, it's so boring. Luckily now, with all the pollution, we are making the sea more interesting. Like there's a lot of plastic there, some bicycle, you can see big sand, so something for them to read, to play with. It's maybe 200 years ago, wasn't there? Lavender, ball, 2-in-1, moment, we are helping them in a way. And because I know I feel guilty for the pollution, I feel overwhelmed, but what can we do? It's a task, and I got surprised because I've seen those videos, with the dramatic music, and I show you a dolphin dying with a toothbrush in his mouth, and I think, oh, my tooth, so I used it for a few weeks in my mouth. I threw it away because I thought it was garbage, and the Oral-B medium soft, he had a purpose and a mission. You think I'm a toothbrush? You underestimated me. I'm a dolphin killer. Where will you be in 20 months? You will see here using another medium toothbrush. I'll be Atlantic Ocean killing a dolphin. And you feel, wow, I mean, kudos to my garbage that is having a more interesting life than I do, so it's interesting. So, just saying, and I leave it with just one thing. If you're single, do not lose your hope. There's always hope. Because I remember when I was single, there was a friend of mine, quite annoying, and he kept telling me he's married, and he kept telling me, oh, look, you're so lucky. So why? Because you're single, you can sleep with any woman. No. It's like telling a homeless guy, hey, you can sleep in any house. That's the problem.
One more comedian. They keep talking, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So a talk show, it's a comedy. Okay, Piero, please, can you stand up and tell them they should not talk? Well done, let's have a round of applause for Piero. He actually said he should not talk. One last comedian, Alan, how are you? Brazil, fantastic, right? It's a shame just one more comedian. Shall I call more? Yeah. Let's make a couple more. What do you think, guys? Are you ready for this last and final act? Yeah, so we met English people, of course Italians, Eritrea, Brazil. This looks like a gangbang, doesn't it? I love that joke. He's not laughing, but I love that joke. I have to say that all the time, I just love it. One final act. Are you ready for this? Yes, you are! Please welcome on stage Tiziano La Bella!
How was tonight, guys? Did you have fun? Yeah! Perfect. Alright then, so they asked you this before, but I want to ask you again. Who is Italian here? Italians? Nice. What about not Italians? Don't be shy. Nice. Alright, no, I really appreciate you guys to come, to come see us. It's unbelievable to us, really. We really appreciate it. And I love the fact that the crowd is like half Italian and half not. Because I can relate to both sides. Because, I'm Italian. But sometimes I feel like, I'm half Italian. Because you see, my father is Italian, but my mom is a good person. Alright then. So, the fact is that the last time I was here in Milan, we came here 1 month ago, and I talked about being broke, my life being broke in London, right? But you know what? 1 month of hard work and lots of sacrifices, guess what? Still broke. Still broke, and here I am. Here I am, wearing the same clothes. Still waiting to be washed. Humiliating. But I miss the fact is that I'm living alone now, right, in London, and I miss so much living with my family because everything is so expensive in London, and when you live with your family, you don't even know what shops are. Because you don't buy things. They're just there for you, right? You open the fridge and you're like, hey look, 2 kilograms of strawberries. Let's eat them all. I'm sure that by tomorrow they will miraculously regenerate in the fridge. And they do regenerate in the fridge. It's a memento, right? But now I live on my own. Those days are over. And I have to do some crazy stuff by myself, like I need to go to the supermarket and I have to find out that toilet paper costs money. I need to keep money in exchange of something that would be soon covered in my own shit. In a better case, in my sperm, anyway. So, London is expensive, guys. It's so expensive. And it's a very hard city to live in, especially when you're broke. Is there any broke people here? Nice, you will understand me. I mean, it's a very hard city to live in, especially when you're broke. Because when you're broke, everything that you pay for, it's not gonna be like good quality. Because it's cheap, right? Let me give you an example. I paid for a prostitute a few days ago. I got naked in front of her and she was like, well, your penis is not so big. And I said, well, it depends. Just if you compare it to your penis. Prostitute, right? Anyway, maybe the only good thing about poverty, is that it makes you humble. So, I got interested in this new philosophy, karma. Do you know what karma is? Yeah. Karma, right? Basically, if people do good, good will follow. Right? That's basically this. So this is what I did. I was in the underground, right? And I saw a very old lady carrying a huge luggage. So I went there and I said, "Madam, may I help you?" And I carried, the luggage to her platform. Even though her answer was no. But anyway, good has been done. So, I was still in the underground and I saw a beautiful girl. She was really gorgeous. And I was like, come about her. I went there and I said, excuse me, I just think you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. Can I know your name? And she told me her name, which apparently is fuck off idiot. Idiot must be the family name. Or maybe karma is bullshit. It's one of those. It's one of those, right? But, I've never been great with women. Even generally speaking, I'm an anxious person. And I think, actually, that it's my mom's fault. You know why? Because she used to hit me very hard. And, of course, you're not laughing. In Italy, it's so normal. Right? It's like part of the culture. Right? It's like, we eat pasta 5 times a week, we love football, and parents beat us. Right? That's true. It's really part of the culture. But, I wasn't scared of my father, though. Let me explain this to you. Because when I was a kid, my parents to me were like the police. Right? And when I came back home and I did something wrong, right? And they knew everything, the first one to talk was always my dad, the good cop. Right? So he was like, alright, sit down here, mate. And I was like, And he went, so, if you confess now, nothing's gonna happen to you. But you're gonna tell us the truth, or you might get in trouble. And beside him was my mom, the bad cop, just staring at me like, I didn't do anything. That's not the right attitude, boy. That's not the right attitude. I'm trying to help you out here. What am I supposed to do? Let's just kick his ass! You see what you're doing? She's crazy. You know what happens when she gets angry? People get hurt. Now, is there anything you want to tell us? Well, teachers at school hate me. That's bullshit! We just go to school. You didn't show up today. Let me ask you something. Do you want to end up like your sister? Trapped in a sad, tiny room for 10 years? Is it what you want? And let me ask you something. Do you want to see your friends again? Do you? Do you? Yes. I can fucking hate you! Yes, I want to see my friends again. Alright! So you gotta tell us the truth. Or I swear to God, the only friend that you will see the next year will be your dad. And And then you'll see me, and please remember that I'm not your friend. I'm your worst fucking nightmare. Now, tell us what you did. Well, my friends forced me to skip the class because they wanted to play with PlayStation, but I didn't want to. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. It's not me. It's them. Yes, I was a snitch. But at this point, my mom always did the same thing. Always just said, like, no mercy, right? It was like, you did the right choice, right? You lock him up. Right? Like, no mercy. And this is my family. So, telling you this, I'm telling you that in spite of all, I'm gonna put this here, and someone is gonna grab it, right? Is it? Yes, they did. So, I love my mom, guys. I do love my mom, because, yeah, I mean, yes, she used to hit me, but that's why I'm a good person today. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm a hard-working person, I'm not spoiled at all, I respect everybody. Now, I live in England, and most parents don't hit their children. And they grow up spoiled, fearless, and they think that their actions don't have consequences. So basically, English parents don't hit their children, and that's why we've got Brexit today. That's the fact. I know what you think. I mean, if there are any like English parents in the crowd, I know that now you're thinking, oh well, that's not my case. My family respect me. I remember the time that my 10-year-old boy told me, fuck off, and I took away his iPhone. Once I said, shut up, to my mom, and she took away my blood. Maybe because I didn't have an iPhone. But that's the point. I mean, that's the point. I'm sure that, you know, after that, you gave the phone back to your kid, and he said, you know, he said fuck off other times in his life. I'm sure about that, right? Do you know how many times I said shut up in my life? 3 times. Once to my mom, and twice now to tell you the story. Never. You know, I've been living in London for a couple of years now. Italy, what's your name? Mista, nice. Where are you from? Eritrea. Do you live here? Okay, so that's a question for you, dear. Do you think Italy is a racist country?
This is a difficult question.
I want yes or no. You can say yes. Look at this guy, he's like, I want to talk to her. I'm joking. Really, no, really. Have you ever been like victim of any racist stuff? Yeah? Okay, that happens. You know what, I mean, I live in London, and I don't want to say anything bad, but it's hard living in London, especially if you're foreign like myself. I'm not saying it's a racist city, but there are lots of racist people. This is what happened to me. I was in the underground again, and I was sitting in front of a girl, and she was really cute, she was really nice. And after I looked at her like for 10 minutes or something, as you do, she looked back at me, this happened, she looked back at me and she was like, what are you looking at, you Chinese wanker? Now, I'm Italian, and so was she. And that's how I met my girlfriend. No, that's not true. That's not true. That is not true. But, guys, I'm really happy to be here, really. You've been lovely. But I gotta be honest with you, because you've been nice, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Generally speaking, even if I'm happy tonight, I'm not really happy. Telling you why, because 3 weeks ago, more or less, my girlfriend broke up with me. You could say "oh," but it doesn't matter, it's fine. 3 weeks ago, my girlfriend broke up with me. Thank you. But this is not the sad part. The sad part is that the very last thing that she told me was, by the way, do you know your comedy thing that I came to and you saw me laughing? I was faking it. Do you know how painful it was to her? Do you know how painful? 2 minutes earlier, she told me that my mom is a cunt, and I completely forgot it. Completely, right? But the question that I've been asking myself like for 3 weeks now is, if she used to fake her laugh, did she used to fake her orgasm as well? I mean, I don't know, is that even a thing, like to fake an orgasm? I don't know, like a laugh? I don't know, I mean, it's meant to... What's your name? Elisa, nice. So, could you fake a laugh for me, please? You know. Way too familiar. Okay, Lisa, now an orgasm. Wait! You know. She did it. She really did. I mean, I got a boner. This is amazing. Guys, please, be with Elisa. I mean, not like a nymphomaniac, I think, but okay, we're all going to fake a laugh. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, now an orgasm. Wait. One, 2, 3. I'm gonna say it again. Don't be shy. Put the hands away from your dicks. 1, 2, 3. Wait. This guy, do you think if you fake an orgasm you're gay? It doesn't work like that. It's fine, don't worry. I'm not gay, I'm not gonna fake an orgasm. That's fine. Is she your girlfriend? No, but maybe tonight. Yeah? So, guys, I'm telling you this. Don't fake orgasm. Okay, women, I want to talk to the women now. I'm not gonna say women, and you're gonna say, hey, women! Hey! Do not fake orgasm. I'm telling you why. Because, I mean, you gotta be honest in bed, okay? Be honest in bed. I mean, like, don't make some weird noises just to be polite, okay? It's not requested. Like, I mean, please, do it for me. The next time you have sex with your boyfriend or your partner or anyone, and he's not particularly good, be honest with him. Look at him right in the eyes and say, I'm feeling nothing. You're a really nice person, but it's literally like you're not here now. I know your mom told you that size doesn't matter, but it does. So, you know why I love this joke? Because all men in the room hate me now. They do, they hate me now. But, I mean, women, I hope you had fun, even you boys, but women, the only thing that I really care about is that what's gonna happen. I'm sure this is gonna happen, and I'm sure I'm gonna be really happy about that. The next time you have sex with someone and your partner is not particularly good, guess who you're gonna think about? Thank you guys, you've been great, thank you!
The last comedian of the night. Did you guys have fun? I'm gonna call all the comedians out, guys, so we can just give them some applause and cheering. Yeah.